Same time, the Nathaniel Julies murder case has been transferred to the High Court. Let me take you to eNCA's Aviwe Mdila, who is outside the Protea Magistrate's Court, following that story for us. And Aviwe, this suggests that it's all systems go for a trial, does it?
Certainly does, but Tulas, investigations completed by the state and the magistrate just transferring this case to the High Court in Johannesburg. That will be heard for a pre-trial hearing on the 19th of March. And the three officers, of course, facing a murder charge, unlawful possession of ammunition charge, the defeating the ends of justice charge, as well as a perjury charge for accused number 2. That is Kayleen Whiteboy, the female officer, 24-year-old, who is alleged to have been the one that pulled the trigger. Well, she even admitted to herself, saying that she didn't know that it was live ammunition. But just to get more reaction, I am joined by Nathaniel Julies' mother, Bridget Harris. Nathaniel Julies, the 16-year-old that was gunned down at the hands of policemen. Thank you for joining us, Bridget. But how do you feel that this matter is now finally going to trial?
I'm really happy, and at the same time I'm very emotional here today, because you know what, it's been a long year for us. I can actually say it's a year. That's how it felt to me. And now that it came to the point where we need to go to High Court, I feel a little bit relieved, because I know now we're going to find justice.
Okay, and then you also mentioned just a bit earlier on how the family has been treated, abandoned, even the support you were receiving is not there anymore. How's the family doing, and what has happened even to the money from the trust?
The family doesn't get any support anymore because of why Gayton McKenzie made a clip where he stated whatever he done for the family so far, but most of it's lies. Because he said in his club he gave me 65,000 rand out of the trust, which I just saw once at my place, where I signed the 35,000 rand off, not a 65,000 rand off. Our family now gets the strain now on us. It's a financially strain. The children are struggling. They don't have stationery. Our rent went up to 2,000 rand. We can't even manage to buy anything in the house properly for the children. We can't feed them anymore, because Gayton McKenzie would draw himself on the club that he made.
Thank you very much. Condolences to the family. I hope you get assistance. I'm going to bring in John Moody from ActionSA. You have now jumped in to assist the family, even with transportation money coming to court today. But you can see that obviously South Africans are going to be a bit reluctant to trust political parties now. What's going to be different from your assistance?
Let me make it very clear. The invitation was extended to us because there was a need. And I personally stepped up to the plate, contacted Bridget and the family and asked them how they were going to get to the court and so on. And it became very clear that they were unsure as to how they were going to get here. I then made arrangements for me to pick them up and bring them here, because I believe in justice. You know, when people get abandoned, it is really sad, because at the time when this unfortunate incident occurred, there was a political frenzy feeding off the grief of this family, and now they are left destitute and not knowing which way to go. My presence here, and you can say I didn't come with a horde of ActionSA people, I came here alone. I left other work to be here, to give them the moral support, to give them the support as far as prayer is concerned as well, and to tell them that they are not forgotten. They have a big brother that will look after them and look after what their best interests are. There's talk about trust funds, etc. I don't want to go into that because it is not my issue, but I have been approached by the new attorneys for assistance. We'll be giving whatever assistance we can give in that regard to trace what has happened, where the trust fund is, etc. But more than anything else, I'm here to ensure that those who are marginalized, those who are forgotten, those who are the poorest of the poor, that they have an advocate and that they have a face that will represent them, and that is, as I speak for myself here, I will be here and give whatever support I can give. And of course I have the support of my President, Herman Mashaba, as well in this regard.
Thank you very much, John Moody. Alongside Bridget Harris, the mother of 16-year-old Nathaniel Julies, who was gunned down by police in late August last year. Now, two of those police officers, accused number 1, Simon Scorpion Jalivana, as well as accused number 2, have been remanded in custody, will remain in custody, while accused number 3, Foster Nyachangolo, is currently out on bail.
All right, thank you for that. That's eNCA's senior journalist Avi Wemdila out at the Protea Magistrates Court, reporting extensively there on the Nathaniel Julies matter, which was back in court today.